Hello friends, today we are discussing important topic of payment of advance tax. Why I have taken this topic of advance tax is when people come to us or they go to their chartered accountants or tax consultants for filing the income tax return. The consultant says, sir, your tax liability is more and you have not paid proper advance tax, so you have to pay delayed interest on non-payment of advance tax. Many people get surprised why the advance tax liability comes to them when lot of amount is deducted by their customers, and in the case of salaried people, they are sure that every month the employers deduct tax, so they feel for during the year that they are not liable to pay any advance tax, and entire tax liability has been covered and it has been taken care of by their employers or their customers. Because in case of businessman, almost 1% of the total turnover is deducted as TDS, and in case of salaried, the actual tax liability is calculated by the employer and it is deducted in 12 installments. So prima facie people feel that they don't have any liability towards advance tax. So let us consider two cases. First, salaried people, and second, non-salaried people. Salaried people, as I told earlier, their employer calculates the tax on their total income, what salary he would be paying. The tax liability is calculated very systematically and it is deducted in 12 installments. Almost in most of the cases it is deducted on equal monthly basis. Prima facie the people say that our tax has been taken care of. But what happens, as I said, if your net tax liability exceeds 10,000 rupees, then you have to pay the advance tax. Now, in case of salaried people, what happens? Many people have got good amount of salary. Their salary level, income level is very high. So they have other income, like they deal in trade shares. They earn some short-term capital gain, long-term capital gains. So that income is not considered by the employers. It is not possible also to tell what will be the income by way of capital gains. At the same time, there are some long-term FDs, and other type of income. Some people have rental income that is not disclosed to their employers. So that part of income is added at the time of filing the return, and the tax liability comes more than what is TDS has been deducted. And if that the difference of unpaid tax liability, as I said, is only 10,000 rupees. So if your salary income is 10 lakhs rupees and you have a rental income of 1,20,000 rupees, so that 1,20,000 rupees has not been taken care of by the employer, that is liable to be tax additional, and therefore you have to pay the advance tax. There are n number of such cases where you earn anything more than the salary. Now let us come to the people having business income or income from profession. So in case of business and profession people, person paying the professional fees deducts tax at the rate of 10%. That is quite substantial. And in the case of other businessmen, if it is a proprietary concern, their customers deduct 1% of the total amount of billing that is done by them. So overall, the 1% of total turnover that tax has been deducted. And that is many times it is sufficient to cover the profit, because profit is maybe 10%, 12%, 13%. So the tax TDS is well adequate to cover the profit. But during the year, what happens? A person borrows more money, or the businessman acquires new fixed asset, so depreciation goes up, or interest costs go up. So estimated profit and actual profit, they vary with each other. At the same time, at the time of finalization, the valuation of inventory plays a very important role. If the inventory at the end of the year is high, the profit goes up. So as the profit go up, the tax deducted will fall short of the actual tax liability. So again, the cap is only 10,000 rupees. If you are in the bracket of 20%, that is, you are earning more than 5 lakhs rupees a year, and your profit goes up by 50,000 rupees, then your tax liability goes up by 10,000 rupees. So any variation of 50,000 rupees will force you to pay advance tax. If you are in the bracket of 10 lakhs rupees, you are 10 lakhs, then 30% is the applicable tax rate. Naturally, if your profit goes up by 30,000 rupees, your tax liability goes by 10,000 rupees. So that is the very crucial amount, and we cannot accurately predict the profits. Therefore, the TDS made by your customer always falls short of the profits you earn. So therefore, again you have to pay the advance tax. Again, businessmen also do not take into consideration any FD interest that they get from the fixed deposits kept in the bank for bank guarantees or some other purposes. That is added at the end of the year. We generally don't monitor on a quarter to quarter basis. So that is also one aspect. So mind well, if your profits vary by 50,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees, even by 30,000 rupees, then you are liable to pay advance tax, and non-payment of advance tax calls upon you to pay the interest at the end of, and it comes to your knowledge only when you go to your consultants to file the return. That's all for the day.